Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Gary Bledsoe. If you don't know me, I'm pretty sure a lot of you do that are watching this video. Um, I wanted to kind of give you a little background story of how I became whole food, plant-based, how I became vegan. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, I know you see my title if you're watching Instagram, it's called G Money, the Black Vegan, is because first and foremost, I know you probably know this also, I'm a black man and I love my black people. I love, everything about us, our culture, our, creativity, everything. And I know one of the things that has definitely hit black men in particular is something that happened to me, which I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to get a little sensitive, and I'm going to say some things, and if you don't like it, you can just turn the video off. But it's basically about cancer with the black men, black community. We have a lot of disparities going on in our life, and I want to just let us know that we are the ones that can prevent a lot of this. I always I love this shirt. I love wearing the shirt because it reminds me of me as being a very limited edition. I'm limited in who I am. I'm myself, and I try not to never be nobody else. I get up every day and I try to create my own energy for my life to benefit me. But I also believe that if it's like what the greatest teacher ever said, Jesus said, he said, if you teach somebody how to fish, they eat forever. But if you give them a fish, they eat for just that time and that day. And I agree with that. So I want to, educate some people on what happened to me and why I'm passing this knowledge on to you. My background is I grew up in the South Bronx, New York. I live in San Antonio now. Moved here in 2011, but all my life, I was born in 1970, March 16, 1970. And I've always, all my life has been New York City. Puma sneakers, Pro Kids, fat laces, Kango hat, the LL Cool J, all that stuff. It's always been that kind of a lifestyle. Funky 4 plus 1 more, Fat Joe. I remember all these cats before who they were, and I always, looked up to what they became, and they kind of pushed me to keep to moving on. And so, I always looked at my life, and I've always been geared toward trying to be the maximum, the ultimate of what I can. I'm always trying to learn a little bit about a lot of things. I'm always trying to, better myself. And, I know I'm not, the greatest of what I am, but I'm happy with where I am in my life. So that was always my background. And I remember around like 2016, 2017, I already had moved here from San Antonio. I started losing my eyesight and I wore glasses all my life. What was that? Like 20/20 vision. Sometimes they even said I was 15/15 vision. And then I started losing my eyesight, and, went out there and I struggled with getting glasses, and I got them, and I'm happy that I did that. Now I can't live without my glasses. Here's the weirdest thing is that, I remember in 2016, 2017, I remember something powerfully bad was happening in my life. It was really, really bad for me. I was big myself on how I was with the ladies and how I was intimately with the ladies. And, and I remember, I've been married ever since 2000. And, I stopped my ways back when I got married. But my sexual and intimacy was carried over into my lifestyle with my wife. And I remember around that time, 2016, 2017, I started realizing, and I'm gonna be very, very direct, that I wasn't lasting like I should. I wasn't lasting, and I was kind of trying to wonder, was it me? Was I not attracted to her no more? What is the situation? And it was really, truly bothering me a lot. So what I did was I did something real weird. I started looking online, because the internet to me nowadays is something that we never had back in the 80s and the 70s, early 90s. I didn't have that ways of searching and researching things at the click of a button, look on my phone, look on my screen. Phones kind of got real, 4 years before I moved here, 27, with the iPhone. So what I did was I started looking up online. I found this black doctor in San Antonio that specialized in what it was called, reason why I wasn't last, it was called erectile dysfunction. I was having ED like crazy. And I knew it wasn't me because I knew I was still attracted, but I was wondering why I wasn't able to last as long as I would. So I went to the doctor and he did the whole thing, checking for my blood, checking, he did the PSA, did all that stuff, and he came back on my next appointment and he said, hey, I just want to tell you, and I got some not so good news, but I got some good news that if, depending on how you react to it, because I believe life is 10% what happens to you, but 90% how you deal with it. So he told me, he said, it was a black doctor, and the way he told me was like as if he shouldn't have told me. So I can't drop a name because I don't want to get him in trouble. And he said, I want to let you know you are pre-diabetic and you have ED because of your blood flow, because of your blood flow. And I was like, wow. Never heard these words before, never knew anything about it. I was a burger person. I mean, straight up dead cow burger person. Give me some pulled pork, give me some pizza. You give me cheese, sausage. I didn't care. I was eating that, John. That was me. I was eating. I never shied away from that. You know, we have this restaurant out here in San Antonio called Rudy's. I used to bang brisket. Boom. I was in that. Barbacoa, all that stuff. So I was into that. So he said, and then this is when he pulled me to the side, kind of in his office. I always say pull me to the side, not like he actually pulled me to the side, but he was talking to me like sideline, like as if he shouldn't say this because it goes against the diagnosis. I always say some doctors are there to try to get as much fees from you as possible. So he told me, he said, you ever thought about checking into a heart health diet? And I said, why? He said, because you're pre-diabetic. And that has to do with your heart. Anything that's heart healthy is going to help your heart. So I was like, okay, what do you mean? He said, well, let me explain. The reason why most people get ED is because you have blood vessels in your body that go into your heart, pump, do daily functions. And your blood vessels are a certain size thick. And if cholesterol and all that stuff starts clogging it, that's leading to diabetics. And, the insulin and all that stuff is not going to produce. And he said, well, if you look at your penis, excuse me, if anybody, if you look at your penis, and he said they have blood vessels too, but those blood vessels are so much smaller. And if they are not able to get the blood flow, that's what causes erectile dysfunction. So I said, oh my God, I never thought of that. So he says, do me a favor, start looking into the Blue Zones, their diet, their lifestyle. And I said, Blue Zones, and he was talking about, Hickory, Greece. He was talking about Lona Luma, California. He was talking about Okinawa, Japan. He said, he said, those areas, they don't have a lot of cancer. Their men didn't suffer from that. And they lived, a lot of them live over 100. He said, why don't you take a look at that? So I started, boom, I went home, started researching. Now I go into my next thing, research. And I started going, boom, boom, checking out. Let's see what's going on. And I started looking up these different lifestyles. Now, I was on and off vegetarian for years. I used to say, I'm going to not eat this. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to start doing this, drinking more water. And I said, you know what? Let me take a look at this because my life might be on the line. So, yeah, started going and doing the biopsies, still continuing with the medical side of what he told me on the sideline. And he said, I want you to keep going. Come to find out, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And he said most black men are diagnosed with prostate cancer and they get it undiagnosed because they don't go to the doctor. And you know why we don't go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, got diagnosed with the prostate cancer, PSA kept rising. And then it got to a point where I said, you know what? I'm tired of this, man. I'm gonna stop drinking alcohol. My last drink was December 24th, 2021. I remember, had a big bottle of scotch. And I never forget, I threw that whole thing, brand new in a bottle, got it as a present, because everybody knew I used to like to drink all the time. And I said, I'm gonna throw this away and I'm changing my lifestyle. Best decision ever, best decision. Changed my lifestyle, changed my whole life. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna start really being serious about this vegan stuff. So I said, I'm gonna go full-blown vegan. It's gonna be hard, fast foods, work, lunchtime. I said, you know what? So what? I'm going vegan. And I started going full whole food, plant-based. Boom. Started off with a lot of, replacement meats, things like that, vegetables and And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. And what's weird is that I look at my prostate situation as there was damage in my wall already. There was damage. So what happened was they had to go in because when I kept going in for the biopsies, my grade wasn't growing in my PSA. And if you want, look that up. Google's a hell of a research, YouTube. And my grade wasn't going up, but the cores were spreading. So my prostate cancer was spreading, but it wasn't getting worse. It wasn't aggressive because I changed my lifestyle, started eating more plant-based, more whole food plant-based. So I kind of controlled it, but the damage was there. The damage was already there. So I had to get the damage removed. I had to take the piece of wall out that was damaged in order to put a new wall up in order to make the house look better. Make my house, it's my house. So I went and got that removed and my life changed. A lot of stuff is not like how it used to be. A lot of therapy that you have to do to kind of get things back with plumbing situation back right. So I tell you, black men out there, you better go. And you stop, Chadwick Boseman was one of my greatest inspiration. I remember him from 42 and all that. And to know that he passed due to something that could be prevented by being screened early, by us humbling ourselves and just going to this doctor and just see what they got to say. Got to do it. Same with prostate. So I went and got it. And I said, you know what? Scared every time. It was painful, catheter. So like I say, if you look up catheter, oh God, twice I had it. No joke. But I did it. And I went, kept getting my PSA test every 3 months. I'm down to 6 months now, about to hit a year. And every time I would go, my PSA numbers would be like 0.2. Then it was like 0.1. Now it's like 0.00. My doctor be like, you know what the number's gonna be, right? 0.00. Every time. Why? Because meat is inflammation. Cheese is inflammation. Milk is inflammation. And they push this on us. It's inflammation. You want to know, I used to have, my skin used to feel all weird, nose all stuffed up, allergy pills, everything. Ever since I stopped eating dairy products, cheese, I tried it, boom, started being able to breathe. Milk is inflammation. Cheese is inflammation. Meat is inflammation. Cancer causing. Alcohol, cancer causing. Don't let the meat industry, the dairy industry, the alcohol industry lie to you. You do your own research. So I went full steam, but vegan. Full steam. Boom. I started replacing all my what would be a meat. What did I like? I like burritos. I like tacos. I like rice bowls. So I would do something a little different. I would throw some beans in there, black beans, chickpeas, quinoa. Boom, I started wrapping it up. Vegan cheese, all that stuff. And you know what happened? My taste buds changed. My taste buds changed to the point where I don't miss meat. Matter of fact, I remember going to a job and I had this dude that used to be joking with me, and me and him is all right. We all right, co-workers, but I'm not feeling him too much because I don't like this kind of attitude. And they all went to go get some tacos from Taco Cabana, out here in San Antonio, Taco Cabana. And he bought me some tacos one time. And he said, nah, this is nothing. This is just beans. This is bean taco. And I ate it and I tasted right away. Boom. And everybody's looking at me. Oh, I'm sorry. It was pork in it. It was meat in it. And he was like, oh, just joking with you. I wanted to jap that dude. Boom. I wanted to jap him. Don't play with me. I don't eat meat. I can smell, I can taste. I don't even like the texture, the touch of meat. I don't like even looking at it. I don't like it. So I said, I'm full steam. So I started feeling good, and prostate, healing was getting better. So I started exercising. Boom, exercising. Getting them up, trying to get my stuff back that I had I lost a lot. I used to be bigger back in the days, and I lost a lot, and I tried to get it. So I started exercising a lot, and I kind of went a little too far. Went too far on the exercising. And I'm wondering why I got a lump in my stomach. Big lump, like it was just, couldn't eat. It felt bloated. Hernia, a big hernia. So recently I had to get my stomach blasted wide open, ripped open. Go in, push the hernia back in, get the intestines back in, mess me up. And I think to myself, This all probably would have never happened to me if I was well educated. Maybe if I watched a video like this video, like I'm sending to you, and someone told me, someone said to me, yo, don't eat meat. Yo, don't drink alcohol. Yo, don't eat cheese, dairy, milk, stop. I probably would never have got to get my plumbing fixed with my prostate removed. I probably would have never been diagnosed with prostate cancer to the point where I could have probably died soon. I would have never, ever, ever had contracted a hernia. I used to be dips, pull-ups like it was water. And I'm walking around with a big hernia from doing pull-ups and dips after having prostate removal surgery. How? And then I say to myself, you know what? The universe only gives you what you can handle, and what you can't handle, you die from. So the universe gave me what I can handle. I can handle going through prostate removal surgery. I can handle catheter twice. Hate that thing. 14 days. I can handle drain tubes. I can handle staples all up and down my stomach. I can handle a hernia that I remove. I can handle this. I can handle it now because I'm going to pass the knowledge on to somebody else and tell them, go out and change your lifestyle. First, get to that doctor, black man. Get to that doctor. Get to that doctor. Find out what's going on inside your body. Get your teeth fixed. See if you need to get deep cleaning. Get your eyes checked out, your ears, all that stuff. Get your health right, your skin, everything. I'm 53 years old, and I run across my co-workers that haven't seen me in a while. I run across people and they ask me my age, and they go, you 53? Oh, yep. Look at my boy. Look at LL. He don't look old. He older than me. He don't look old. Look at all this stuff. LL Cool J. Look at it. Why? Because they take care of themselves. Take care of yourself, black man. Go check yourself out. So what's the next chapter in my life? Next chapter in my life is I'm vegan all day, every day. They call me the Green Smoothie Bandit. Green Smoothie Bandit. I'm always broccoli. Boom. I call myself the raw broccoli gangster because I will eat raw broccoli. Don't cook it for me. Don't steam it. Give me raw. Want it raw. Raw onions. Raw peppers, raw. I want all of what the universe gave us. I want all of what the Lord gave us to eat in this natural state. Because I want to be natural. I want to age gracefully. Maybe I don't live in Lima, I can't even pronounce it, Lima, California, Okinawa, Japan. But I can create a own blue zone in the Blessed Casa. And I'm creating a blue zone here. My wife is vegan with me. Been like that ever since I decided to go full blown 2 years ago. December 25th, 2021. Because December 24th, I stopped everything. Everything. No cheese, no dairy, no meat. Nah, no drinking. So that's my next chapter. Go full steam, age gracefully, exercise. Go out there, put 40-pound weighted vest, walk. At least 2 miles, 1 mile, 2 miles, at least 3-4 times a week. Eat right, think right, meditate. It's what you need to do. So I'm gonna close this out with some tips. I'm trying to give you like 1 or 2 minutes of tips. Now, it's gonna be hard in the beginning when you're trying to go plant-based, yes, but not like how it used to be. Used to be when you eat a alternative meat burger that was plant-based, it tastes like styrofoam. It's disgusting. People were thinking we walk around with big bowls of salad. Now, son, I'll be rocking black beans, Southwest, boom. Nice burritos, my Beyond Burgers. I love Beyond Burgers, Beyond Meat, yo. Gardena. Give me Impossible. Need to check that stuff out. It be on the money. Cut that meat up, put it on burritos, throw some vegan cheese, some beans, some rice, some quinoa. A little bit of salt, pepper. You'll be hollering at your boy saying thank you. So I hope this helps somebody. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments. I promise I'll read them. I'll read them. You on Instagram, like this, share this, because it may help somebody. And with that being said, remember, you are a limited edition in your household. let everybody know and get the lesson.